One of my favorite students in London was this little girl named Penelope. She was everything. The confidence, the sass.
Whitney Thor stood in her Greensboro kitchen, her bare feet planted firmly on the cold tile floor. She stirred almond milk into her coffee and stared out the window, watching a squirrel scatter across her backyard like it had somewhere more important to be. Whitney's morning playlists were usually blaring by now. Beyoncé, Megan Thee Stallion, something to get her hips moving, but today there was only silence. And in that silence, one loud thought kept echoing. I want a baby. And I want one now. She said it aloud this time, as if the universe needed to hear her conviction. Her voice echoed slightly against the granite countertops. "Whitney!" called her mother Babs from the living room, her voice faint but unmistakable. "Are you burning something?" Whitney rolled her eyes. "It's oat toast, Mom. Not brimstone." She stepped into the living room, where her dad Glenn sat reading the paper with his usual quiet amusement, and Babs flipped through a vintage photo album on the couch. Babs had been sentimental ever since the funeral, since Glenn's stroke, since the pandemic. Everything felt heavier. And at 39, Whitney felt like she was carrying some of that weight now too. "You know," Whitney began slowly, "I've been thinking." "That's always dangerous," Glenn muttered behind his newspaper. "I want a baby," she said, not missing a beat. "And I want one now." Silence. Babs blinked. Glenn lowered the paper by an inch. Whitney braced herself. "No, seriously. I'm not joking. I've thought about this. I felt it. I don't want to wait for some maybe someday guy to waltz into my life. My ovaries are on borrowed time, and if I'm being honest, I don't want to miss out on motherhood just because I haven't found the perfect relationship." Babs looked stunned, like Whitney had just announced she was moving to the moon. "Well, I guess that's something," Babs finally said. "But honey, have you really thought this through?" Whitney nodded. "Yes. And I'm not saying I'm running to a sperm bank tomorrow, but I want to explore the options. Adoption, IVF, egg freezing, maybe a co-parenting arrangement. I want to know what's out there." Glenn rubbed his temples. "This isn't a puppy, Whit. This is a human being." "I know, Dad. That's why I care so much." Whitney paced her bedroom, laptop open on the bed, a spreadsheet already forming with tabs like donor database, fertility clinics NC, adoption wait times, surrogacy costs. She picked up her phone and did what every dramatic decision-maker does. She called her best friend, Buddy. Buddy Bell's face popped up on FaceTime, beard a little messier than usual, eyes squinty. "It's 10:30. You know I'm not a morning person." "Good. I need you off your game." "Oh. I want a baby." Buddy blinked. "Like, soon?" "Now." "Wait, did your birth control fall down the sink or something?" "Buddy, I'm serious." She sat cross-legged on the bed. "I'm tired of waiting for life to happen to me. What if my body can't do this in 5 years? What if I regret not trying?" He was quiet, which meant he was taking her seriously. Finally, he said, "I support you. But why now?" Whitney shrugged. "It's not just biological. It's emotional. I keep thinking about legacy, about love. I want someone to pour into. I want that bond." Buddy smiled. "You want to mom someone?" "Yeah, I do." "And you're ready for all the 2 a.m. screaming, poop diapers, sleep loss, and Paw Patrol?" She laughed. "I've survived reality TV, internet trolls, and dating French men who ghost me. I think I can handle Paw Patrol."